Hey, what's up guys, my name is Charlie. Today we're going to be reacting to some more nostalgia critic, and it's going to be Conan the Barbarian. Oh boy, that movie was totally awesome. It had Arnold Schwarzenegger in it. I believe he was in another Conan the Barbarian, wasn't it like Conan the Destroyer? That was also good. I enjoyed these two movies. They were actually pretty decent at the time, and plus they had Arnie in it. But yeah, let's check out the video and let's see what the nostalgia critic has to say about it. Because the movies are pretty cheesy, but they're cheesy cool. Let's go.
Before the time when Conan was known as a
Oh,
great
come on.
warrior
This
who
with the
battled
voice.
the executive douchebags by leaving the Tonight Show
Conan
so
the
its
Barbarian.
glorious legacy could be preserved. P.S. You got balls. There was another Conan, played by then relative newcomer Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Arnold, yes.
I am the nostalgia critic, doing a parody of the great and powerful Mako.
He's gonna get a lot of backlash for that.
Arnold in these films. It is a time of high adventure, swords and sorcery, and great epic silliness. This is the Conan movies.
Oh, sweet. I believe there was a Conan game as well.
Large in scale, small on intelligence, the Conan movies were based off of the great stories written by Robert E. Howard. But from what I understand, they have almost nothing to do with these movies, so we will instead look at the films themselves. They are films before one-liners, before great explosions, and before dental work could fix that great big gap in between your teeth. Prepare yourselves for phenomenal goofiness. Okay, I'm not gonna do that impression the whole time, but we are gonna take a look at these movies. And our first film, Conan the Barbarian, starts off, oddly enough, with a Friedrich Nietzsche quote.
Wow. Can't even read that.
Give him credit.
That which does not kill us makes us stronger.
Between the time when the ocean...
Made that joke already. Next. So we start off with Arnold Schwarzenegger as a little child.
No.
No,
No.
not that child!
Oh, God, no.
As his
Don't
father
do
gives
that.
him some helpful advice.
No one in this world can you trust. Not men, not women, not beasts. This you can trust.
Your sword.
Yeah, how about if your village is attacked by savage killers who outnumber you greatly and are so blood-hungry that even their dogs are dressed up in armor? I bet your trusty sword wouldn't do much there, would it? Maybe you should have considered that strength in numbers strategy.
We are the knights who say...
What's with the Monty Python? Come on.
So as Conan's
Does everything
father is
have to be
killed and the
related
knights
to
play
Monty
Whack-A
Python?
Villager, his smoking hot mother tries to protect him from the evil James Earl Jones.
I wonder how they put blood on the sword. Is it Kool-Aid or red dye?
So it looks like he's gonna leave her alone and let her fight another day. Psych! I'm Hitler!
Yes, I enjoyed taking a long time killing that person for no particular reason. I sure hope her son doesn't build up a vengeful rage and dedicate his life to destroying me while also working on his gigantically large pectoral muscles. Knock on wood.
So all the children from the village are forced into labor, which is strange because the men and women would obviously be much stronger and more valuable, but what do I know? Maybe they work for less. And where exactly
Or you can
do
turn
they
the
take
kids
these
into
children?
warriors.
Yes, Conan, you will be spending the rest of your life pushing this wheel. Years and years of torturous mayhem will go by as you'll be asking yourself, why am I pushing this wheel? You will never get an answer to this question, however, it does seem that your muscles will spontaneously quadruple in size. All from pushing this relatively pointless but also very lovely wheel. So Conan grows big and strong as he literally spends several decades pushing this damn thing.
Hard to believe, though.
Do you think he enjoys it by now?
Yeah.
I mean, good lord, a lifetime of doing nothing but working out? What does that do to a guy?
Wow.
It's as satisfying to
Arnold
me
is-
as coming is, you know, as having sex with a woman and coming. I'm like getting the feeling of coming in the gym, I'm getting the feeling of coming at home, I'm getting the feeling of coming backstage
Yeah,
when they pump
wasn't
up,
this,
so I'm coming day and night.
Pump
I mean,
Action or
that's
something like
terrific,
that.
right?
Good for you.
Conan, the Comer.
God.
As the rest of the wheel pushers
Yeah, I don't want that
seem to
image in my
disappear,
head.
somebody
I just want to
finally
remember him
comes
from
to
the
get it.
movies.
No, I said give the children candy, not have them push a gigantic wheel in a circle continually for the rest of their lives.
Oh, boy.
How did you even hear that?
Sit here. Push wheel. Sit here. Push wheel? Look, all I understand is wheels.
Caveman.
Please, do you have a
Caveman
wheel? May I push it?
So Conan, I suppose, is bought and forced into fighting for money. And I guess all that wheel pushing paid off, because even though he's never had any combat training, he's apparently a really good fighter.
Yeah.
He keeps winning event after event.
Why
He
not?
was
It's
taken
Arnold.
to the east. A great prize.
Makes sense. If you got
Language and
muscles,
writing
you can
were
fight.
made
That's
available.
movie
How
logic.
to speak with an Austrian accent. The scroll is very informative.
But over time, Conan becomes angrier and angrier, and I guess his master is afraid that he might have created a monster.
Conan, what is best in life? To crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and to hear the lamentation of your women. That is good. That is good.
Very good, Conan. You
That
get a gold
face.
star.
Thank you, sir. May I have a wheel now?
Hey, shut up about the wheel! So his master sets him free to wander aimlessly as he comes across some sort of burial site. Ah, great. He's in the kingdom of the crystal skull.
Oh god. Is that
Ah,
UFO
yes, Krum.
one? That
Krum, I
was
suppose, is a warrior
cheesy.
god who helped discover the invention
good,
of
but
steel,
cheesy.
and is also the winner of the God
Same
with
as
the
this.
stupidest name competition. So after he grave robs beloved Krum, he comes across a woman in the middle
Do that
of the
today, you'll
hills,
get
as
arrested.
It appears she may have some information on the man who killed his family.
One who would crush the snakes of the earth.
Snakes. Did you say snakes?
Why did it have to be snakes?
Stop referring to Indiana Jones for crying out loud.
Perhaps on a shield. Two snakes coming together.
Coming in the gym, I'm getting the feeling of coming at home. I'm
God,
getting the feeling of coming...
stop with that,
But in order to
please.
find the treacherous villain, he needs some directions.
Okay,
Unfortunately, she
directions.
tells him that there's a horrible price to pay.
Oh god.
Bonking the living shit out of her. Oh, the horror!
That's a bad thing?
Of the world, you will find what you want.
Well,
Wow,
I
how
guess
come more men don't
she's
ask
gonna
for
have his
directions?
baby. I
This
guess
is
that is
wonderful.
sort of...
Oh no, she's pulling me into Avatar. The visuals will be stunning, but the story will be absolute bullshit.
This scene always creeps me out.
Okay. So after that, he comes across a thief named Sabotage,
Yeah.
who says he
That
can
scene
help him
creeped
find
me
James
out
Earl Jones by
when I
traveling
watched that
across
as
the
a
land.
kid. Not because they was having sex, I enjoyed that scene very much, but it was just the creepy voices.
Behold, we have reached Jerusalem. Wait, what?
So they go into a few towns, get drunk, he punches a camel, that's nice. And
Yeah.
they even come across another thief,
Stuff
who
we
joins
really
them on
know.
their quest.
Scorpion did that. I think he...
Ooh, I like to ask her for directions.
They're unfortunately captured, though, by King Oscar.
Oh no, I think he
played by
punched
Max von
a
Sydow.
horse
He,
in...
I suppose, has a task
another
for them.
movie.
He promises them
Arnold
riches
did.
if they can bring back his daughter, who's been brainwashed by James Earl
Or
Jones.
something like that. I
She
can't
followed
remember.
him as a slave, seeking for the truth of her soul, as if I could not give it to her.
The power of Krum compels her!
It's not a very
Conan
efficient
dresses up in his silliest outfits
knife.
and decides to fight Jones alone. He rides off into the wilderness and sets camp in some sort of Stonehenge ripoff. What? The horses just died with them? How the hell is that possible?
Just go with
Don't
it. It's
worry,
just a
Wilbur,
movie.
we'll catch those bad guys. What? You dead? Oh, okay, I'll just stand here until starvation.
So it turns out James Earl Jones is the head of a brainwashing cult, which is pretty much like Burning Man if everybody dressed up like Tylenol. But Conan is spotted and brought before our villain.
Steel isn't strong, boy. Flesh is stronger.
Wait, I
Look
don't
around
think
you.
that's...
There,
I think steel is
on the
pretty
rocks,
stronger.
that beautiful girl. Come to me, my child. That is power. Crucify him.
Too Jewish.
Oh, Jones in this movie, it was shocking.
Forgive them, Crumb. They know not what they do.
Oh, to make things worse, he's nailed up right next to Eric Idle.
Always look on the light side.
Stop
of
with the
life.
fucking Monty Python scenes,
But
Jesus.
the other two thieves come to save him.
I love
as they
Monty
take him
Python,
to a
don't get me
wizard who will
wrong.
try to bring him
But
back to life.
Jesus.
And wouldn't you know it, he's played by Mako.
Mako, rest in peace.
So he gives him a Mako over, as apparently this is supposed to bring him back to life somehow.
Alright, what's an 8-letter word for an uncouth person in the Dark Ages? Begins with B. Anybody? Anybody, but begins with B.
So Arnold Sudoku seems to work as Conan is brought back to life. But there's still the business of getting the king's daughter back,
boy.
as they try to break into the castle and get her out.
Lord of the Rings, he is...
Have fun storming the castle!
They dress up in their commando makeup that still doesn't seem to camouflage anything, as they sneak into the palace where some sort of strange orgy is going on.
Yeah, it's not really an orgy, I mean, it's... yeah. Yeah, just go with it.
Well, that's just silly.
Yeah, just go with it.
Does he do this often? Is Thursday night just snake night? Oh well, no time to question logic now. We've got a princess to save.
Of course.
They take her away from the palace.
Yes, it was-
James Earl Jones finally comes to his senses.
Your princess is not in another
to
castle
watch the place.
bullshit.
Well, I was a snake. Can't a guy just be a snake for 5 minutes without something going wrong?
So he gets out his bow, and I'm totally serious here. He fires a snake at them. You know, guy, I can see you have sort of a snake motif going on here, but you don't have to use it for everything. Just use a friggin' arrow. I mean, what? Do you brush your teeth with snakes? Comb your hair with snakes? God help us if he actually has a snake condom. That'd just be insane.
Oh, Jesus.
So the woman sadly dies as the rest of them get ready for the big battle. They do this by setting up the Flintstone equivalent of Home Alone traps.
Crom, I've never prayed you before. All that matters is that two stood against many. That's what's important. Power pleases you, Crom.
Bad news, I'm afraid. Your prayer accidentally got intercepted by R. Crumb, the perverted cartoonist.
Oh,
Sexually attracted to Bugs Bunny, and I cut out this Bugs Bunny off the cover of a comic book and carried it around with me.
Yeah, that's
So
not good.
grant me one request. Grant me revenge.
Oh, yeah,
If you do not
self-indulgence.
listen, then the hell with you.
Okay, well.
Wow, that's like the most backhanded prayer I ever heard in my life. Give me what I want, and if not, fuck you. Do you think he'll just pray for everything like that from now on?
Oh, Crumb, please let my Happy Meal contain either Alvin, Simon, or Theodore from the Alvin and the Chipmunks Collector's Series, but do not put in any chipettes. I do not like the chipettes. God help you if there's any chipettes in there! If there is a chipette, then to hell with you!
Yeah, that's pretty much what I did as a kid.
To hell with you!
So with his spear magic helmet, he fights off all the bad guys along with his friends.
Fell for the oldest trick in the book!
Gotta
Hitting
be
a
so-
helmet, which I thought was you, triggering a rock, activating a spear that stabbed me in the chest. Damn, you're good!
He even gets help from beyond the grave, apparently.
Yeah,
Do you
just...
want to live forever?
No, not really.
And by forever, I mean a brief cameo in the sequel. So he wins the battle as all the bad guys flee back to the
live
palace.
forever.
They
That reminds
snap
me
the
of
princess
Starship
to her
Troopers.
senses as she agrees to show Conan
wanna
how to
live
sneak into
forever?
the fortress and finally kill James Earl Jones.
Burn you the way to paradise!
You think he would just turn into a snake and eat him or something like that?
My child, you have come to me, my son. Who gave you the will to live? What will your world be without me? My son.
He looks like Gus from
you
Breaking
put it
Bad a
like
little
that.
bit.
Fuck you!
Is it just me, or does he look like Gus from Breaking Bad? It's a resemblance. His eyes, anyway. But I know he's... Oh. Germs. Oh. Yeah, why didn't he turn back
So
into a
I
snake?
guess this
Doesn't make
somehow
sense.
breaks the spell they're all under. I didn't even know they were under a spell, as Conan burns down the palace and builds up some hype for the sequel.
In time, he became a king by his own hand.
The voice is pretty
This
cool.
story
This is...
shall also be told.
Very poorly in Conan the Destroyer.
Come on, it was enjoyable. Cheesy but good. Okay, so yeah, it's gonna be continuing to the next one, I believe. Conan the Destroyer. I watched these a very long time ago. I want to note, so I can't remember everything about the movies, but yeah, they're pretty good from what I remember. They were cheesy, they were fun. What would you say? I would say it's like a guilty pleasure, so to speak. You know, they're good to watch if you want to see like the original sort of Arnold movies. If you want to go really back to sort of Arnold's career, so to speak. There were other movies, but Conan the Barbarian is something was like a boot starter for Arnold, of course. Well, that's what I thought anyway. I think Conan the Barbarian was sort of like the first sort of movie that everyone sort of remembers from like the 1980s, so to speak. So yeah, that was good. I didn't think Conan the Barbarian was a bad movie. I actually enjoyed it quite well, even though the bits were ridiculous. Him turning into a snake, I mean, that is ridiculous, but it wasn't really as shocking. God, I got that fucking Arnold baby just flashing into my head for some reason. I'm getting flashes of that fucking Arnold baby flashing into my brain. I mean, I'm trying to remove it, but I can't. Oh, Jesus. Thank God that Star Wars whip whip stir has gone, though. I've been trying to get that out of my head, but that Arnold baby's now branded in there. Oh, Jesus. You can never win, can you? Yeah, let's see what the Nostalgia Critic has to say about Conan the Destroyer. I'm quite curious to see what he has to say about it. Hopefully he enjoys it as much as I did as a kid. Let's see what he has to say. But yeah, if you like this video, make sure to give a like. Comment down below. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you enjoy my content. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.